guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Job 25 to 30, Proverbs 14, and Psalm 19. Let's get started. Then build out the Shahai and say, dominion and fear are with God. He makes peace in his high heaven. Is there any number to his armies? Upon whom does his light not arise? How then can man be in the right before God? How can he who is born of woman be pure? Behold, even the moon is not bright, and the stars are not pure in his eyes. How much less man who is a maggot, and the son of man who is a worm? Then Job answered and said, how you have helped him who has no power, how you have saved the arm that has no strength, how you have counseled him with who has no wisdom, and plentifully declared sound knowledge. With whose help have you uttered words, and whose breath has come out of you? And a dead tremble under the waters and the inhabitants. Sheol is naked before God, and Abaddon has no covering. He stretches out the north over the void, and hangs the earth on nothing. He binds up the water in his thick clouds, and the clouds not split over and under them. And he covers the face of the full moon, and spreads over his cloud. He inscribed a circle on the face of the water, as the boundary between light and darkness. The pillars of heaven tremble, and now standing at their ears would be. By his power he stilled the sea, by his understanding he shadowed Ray, his wind the heavens were made fair. Ray, his hand pierced the fleeing serpent. These are but the outskirts of his words. And how much more a whisper do we hear of him? At the thunder of his power who can understand. And Job again took up his discourse and said, as God lives, who has taken away my right, and the Almighty who has made my soul bitter, as long as my breath is in me, and the Spirit of God is in my nostrils. And this will not speak false, and my tongue will not utter deceit. Far be it from me to say that you are right. Till I die, I will not put away my integrity from me. And hold fast my righteousness, and will not let it go. My heart does not put reproach me for any of my days. And my enemy be as the wicked, and let him who rises up against me be as the unrighteous. But what is the hope of the godless when God cuts him off, and God takes away his life? When will God hear his cry when distress comes upon him? May he take delight in the Almighty. Will he call upon God at all times? I'll teach you concerning the hand of God. What is with the Almighty I'll not conceal. All you have seen it yourself. Why then have you become altogether vain? This is the portion of a wicked man with God, and heritage that oppressors receive from the Almighty. It shall not multiply, for it is for the sword, and his descendants have not enough bread. Those who survive him the pestilence buries, and his widows do not weep. Though he heap up silver like dust, and pile up clothing like clay, he may pile it up, but the righteous will wear it, and the innocent will divide the silver. He builds his house like a moth, he like a roof that a watchman shakes. He goes to bed rich, but will do so no more. He opens his eyes, and his wealth is gone. There are terrors overtake him like a fly, and that a whirlwind carries him off. The east wind lifts him up, and he is gone. He seeks him out of his place. He howls at him without pity. He flees from his power and is in headlong flight. He claps his hand at him and puts his hand from its place. He collects his money for silver and in place for gold that they refine. Hand is taken out of the earth, and copper is smelted from the ore. And then man puts an end to darkness and searches out for the farthest limit. All in gloom and deep darkness, he opens shafts in a valley away from where anyone lives. They are forgotten by travelers. They hang in the air, far away from mankind. They swing to and fro. They hang in the air. And as for the earth, out of it comes bread, but underneath it is turned up by fire. And its stones are the places sapphires, and it is dusty gold. And it hath no bird of prey knows, and the falcon's eye has not seen it. The proud beast has not trodden it, the lion has not passed over it. And he puts his hands to flinty rock, and overturns mountains by the roots. He puts out channels in his rock. Cuts out channels in the rocks, and his eye sees everything, every precious thing. He dams up the streams so that they do not trickle, and the things that is him he brings out to light. And where shall wisdom be found, and where is the place of understanding? Hand does not know its worth, and it is not found in the land of the living. The deep says, it is not in me, and the sea says, it is not with me. It cannot be bought for gold, and silver cannot be weighed as its price. It cannot be valued in the gold of a fee, and in precious onyx or sapphire. Gold and glass cannot equal it, nor can it be exchanged with jewels of fine gold. No invention shall be made of coral or of crystal. The price of wisdom is above pearls. The topaz of Ethiopia cannot equal it, nor can it be valued in pure gold. Where then does wisdom come? And where is the place of understanding? It is hidden from the eyes of all living, and concealed from the birds of the air. Abandoned in death, saying, we have heard a rumor of it without ears. God understands the way to it. He knows its place. He looks to the ends of the earth and sees everything under the heavens. And he gave to the wind its way, and apportioned the waters by measure. And he made a decree for the rain, and made an away from the lightning of the thunder. And he saw it and declared that he astonished and searched it. And he said to them, behold, the fear of the Lord that is wisdom, and to turn away from evil is understanding. And Job again took up his discourse and said, I went in the months are and in the days that when God watched over me, and his lamp shone upon my head. His lamp shone upon my head, and by his light I walked through darkness. As I was in my prime, when the friendship of God was upon my tent, and the Almighty was yet with me, when my children were overwhelmed, and my steps were washed with water, and the rock poured out for me streams of oil. And I went unto the gate of the city, when I prepared my seat in the square. The young men saw me and withdrew, and the aged persons stood. The princes refrained from talking and laid their hand on their mouth. The voices of the nobles were hushed, and their tongues stuck to the roof of their mouth. When the ear heard it, called me blessed, and the eye saw it was approved. Because I delivered the poor, who cried for help, and the fatherless, who had none to help. The blessing of him who was about to perish came upon me, and it caused the widow's heart to sing for joy. And I put on righteousness, and it clothed me, and my justice was like a robe and a turban. I was eyes to the blind, and my feet to the lame. I was a father to the needy, and I searched out the courts of him whom I did not know. I broke the fangs of the unrighteous, and made him drop his prey from his teeth. And I thought, I shall die in my nest, and I shall multiply my days as the sand. I already spread out to the waters. And as the dew all night on my branches, my glory rests with me, and my glory ever new in my hand. Men listened to me in my ear, and he kept silence for my counsel. And after I spoke, they did not speak again, and my word dropped upon them. They waited for me as for the rain, and they opened their mouths for the spring rain. And I smiled on them when they had no confidence, and the light of my face they did not cast down. And I chose their way and sat as chief, and I lived as like a king among the troops, like one who comforts murderers. And now they laugh at me, men who are younger than I, whose fathers I would have disdained to sit with the dogs of my flock. Why could I gain from the strength of their hands, men whose vigour is gone through want and hard hunger? They gnaw and drag the dry ground by night in waste and desolation. They pick saltwood and the leaves of bushes, and the roots of the broom tree for their fruit. They are driven out from human company. They shout after them as after a thief. In the gullies of the torrents they must dwell. In the holes of the earth and after the rocks, and among the bushes they pray. And under the nettles they huddle together, a senseless and aimless brood. And I have been whipped out of the land, and I have become their song. I am a byword to them. They uphold me to keep aloof from me. They do not hesitate to spare at the sight of me, because God has loosed my cord and humbled me. They have cast off restraint in my presence. On my right hand the rapid rise. They push away my feet. They cast up against me the ways of their ways of destruction. They break up my path. They promote my calamity. They leave no one to help them. As through a wild breach they come. Amid the crash they roll on. The terrors are turned upon me, and my honour is pursued as by the wind, and my posterity is passed away like a cloud. And now my soul was poured out within me. Days of affliction have taken hold of me. The night racks my bones, and the pain that gnaws me takes no rest. With great force my garment is disfigured. It binds me about like the collar of my tunic. God has cast me into the mires, and I have become like dust and ashes. I cry to you for help, and you do not answer me. I stand, and you only look at me. You turn cool to me, and with the might of your hand you persecute me. You lift me up on the wind, you make me ride on it, and you toss me about in the roar of the storm. For I know that you will bring me to death into the house of one of all living. Yet does not one in a heap of ruins stretch out his hand, and the disaster cry for help. Did I not weep for him whose day was harder? It does not my soul grieve for the needy. But when I hoped for good, evil came. And when I waited for light, darkness came. In my parts I am turmoil and never still. Days of affliction come to meet me. I go about darkened, but not by the sun. Stand in the assembly of my and cry for help. I am above the jackals and make pain and ostriches. My skin turns black and falls from me, and my bones burn with heat. My lies turn to mourning, and my pipe to the voice of those who weep. Proverbs 14. The wisest woman builds a house, but folly with her own hands tears it down. Whoever walks in uprightness fears the Lord. He is devious in his way to spoil him. By the mouth of a fool comes a rob for his back, but the lips of the wise will preserve. Where there are no oxen, the manger is clean. An abundant crops come by the strength of the yoke. A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness breathes out lies. A scoffer seeks wisdom in vain, but knowledge is easy for a man to understand. Yet the presence of a fool, there you do not meet words of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to discern his way, but the folly of fools is deceiving. Fools mock at the guilt offering, but the upright enjoy sacrifice. The heart knows its own bitterness, and no stranger sheds joy. As the wicked will be destroyed, but the turn of the upright will flourish. And there is a way that seems right to a man, but his end is the way to death. Even his laughter laughter, the heart may ache, and the end of joy may be grief. The backslider in the heart will be filled with the fruit of his ways, and a good man will be filled with the fruit of his ways. The simple believes everything, but the prudent gives thought to his steps. One who is wise is cautious and turns away from evil, and a fool is reckless and careless, and a man of quick temper acts foolishly, and a man of evil devices hate. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil bow down before the good, the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor is dislike even by his neighbor, and the rich have many friends. Whoever despises his neighbor is a sinner. The blessed is he who is generous to the poor. They really not go astray who devise evil. Those who devise good means steadfast love and faithfulness. In all talk there is profit, but mutual sins only to poverty. The crown of the wise is their wealth, but the folly of fools brings folly. The truthful witness saves life. The one who breathes out lies is deceitful. In the fear of the Lord one is strong and confident, and his children will have a refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, and one may turn away from sinners and death. In a multitude of people is the glory of the king, but without the people appearance is found. If whoever is slow to anger is great understanding, but he who is hasty to make exalts folly. The strong heart gives life to the flesh, the enemy makes the bones dry. Whoever oppresses a poor man insults his maker. But he who is generous to the needy honors him. Look is overthrown through his evil doing, but the righteous finds refuge in his death. Wisdom rests in the heart of a man of understanding, and it makes itself known even in the midst of fools. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Someone who deals wisely has the king's favor, but his wrath falls on one who acts shamefully. Psalm 19. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pours out speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. Where there is no speech, nor are there words, whose voice is not heard. Their voice goes out through all the earth, and their voice to the end of the world. When thou hearest sad attempt of the sun, it comes out like a bridegroom leaving his chamber, and like a strong man runs its course with joy. There is rising is from the end of the heavens, and is circuit to the end of them. And there is nothing hidden from his heat. The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, to making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The rules of the Lord are true, right, and righteous altogether. More to each desire than they are gold. Are they then gone, even much fine gold? Sweet herbs are as honey, and dews of the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is your servant warned, in keeping them there is great reward. And who can discern his errors? Declare me innocent from hidden faults. Keep back his servants, except from presumptuous lips. Let them not have dominion over me, and I shall be blameless and innocent of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in my sight. In your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Thou hast done, as you now to the Lord's prayer. These very heads are Father in heaven. Hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as you receive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.